The energetic weather report for April 25, 2015 is that you, our dear volunteers, are in the calm before the storm. We will begin by differentiating between the third-dimensional definition of storm and the multi-dimensional definition of storm. Via Suzhou's dictionary, the third-dimensional definition of storm is violent weather, heavy rain or snow, strong wind, or more human situations such as an outburst of angry feelings, a rush of fear of violence, or to take something by storm. All of these definitions have what you would call a negative quality. In our frequency, we do not perceive a storm as a negative event, but rather as an opportunity for transformation. Whenever there is a storm, persons, places and/or things that experience the storm become changed in some manner. Those who want everything to stay the same will be upset about this change. However, those who are ready to experience a new version of their reality may be very happy about this storm. But, even those of you who are ready and happy to begin their process of change are concerned that there will be much destruction or loss. When there's a storm in your weather, plants can be lost, outside furniture and landscaping may be damaged, and your roof, house or car could be harmed. Therefore, a physical storm could cost you money to replace, work to repair, and perhaps grieve for whatever is damaged beyond repair. However, we are not speaking of the calm before a 3D physical storm. We are speaking of the calm before an energetic storm. You will not find information about an impending energetic and/or frequency storm in your newspaper or television. However, you may find that information on your internet. The calm before any storm offers a time to prepare and batten down the hatches to diminish the damage. But the storm of which we speak will not occur in just the physical world, but you can still prepare for this storm. This energetic storm has been brewing since 2012. In the year of 2012 many people heard about the end of the Mayan calendar and the new world that would emerge. However, many of these people were thinking with time-bound, 3D human time. Therefore, they were waiting for the entire planet to suddenly and completely change. The reality is that even humans cannot totally change their entire reality on one certain day. Therefore, the total transition of an entire planet on one given day to totally change would create untold damage. Actually, what is occurring is a change in new human consciousness and perceptions. Remember, creation, transition, which are both terms for change, begins in the higher dimensions and expands into the lower dimensions. Therefore, fifth-dimensional Earth already exists, just as your own fifth-dimensional self already exists. Thus, this change is actually a return. As Gaia and humanity return to their fifth-dimensional expression, they will do so with the great gift of all they have learned in the world of polarity, separation, human free will and time. Since you, our ascending ones, have learned so much and have transmuted so completely, there will be an immense impact on fifth-dimensional Earth. This impact will be similar to a family who sent their beloved child off to college. When the child, who has become an adult, returns to the family, he or she will perceive the family in a very different manner. Also, the family will perceive the child in a different way. The hardships that the family had while they were paying for their child's education will be released, and the child, adult, will be able to share with the family what they have learned in their educational process. You, our dear volunteers to Earth, have also been undergoing an immense education. All that you have learned during your myriad sojourns on Earth will be greatly contribute information and experience to fifth-dimensional Earth. Living myriad incarnations within the 3D matrix has not been an easy education. In fact, many of you have not been able to graduate because you became lost in the illusion and forgot the truth. Therefore, you will need go into the calm to prepare for the storm of change. We understand how easy it is to become lost in the illusion of time and how difficult the third dimension can be. Therefore, we remind you to maintain your meditation schedule and all the wonderful multidimensional contributions in which you are engaged. Your meditations and your contributions to Gaia's ascension will greatly expand your consciousness beyond the limitations of 3D time. Living in the now in a time-bound reality is yet another challenge. One advantage of living in the now is that you will have a higher perspective of reality and of the ascension of your reality. However, there are many side effects of leaving time that make you 3D life more challenging. For one thing, Once you have the choice of perceiving reality through the energy field of your own higher dimensional self, third-dimensional schedules must be documented then documented again, as you will easily forget what you do not want to do. Things like paying bills, going to the grocery store slip from our memory like a bad dream. Normal things like watching 3D news, reading 3D papers or sitting through TV commercials cannot hold your attention. Also, many things you once enjoyed now dim in comparison with your higher perceptions. Many of the above tasks, desires and perceptions can no longer hold your attention, but they are still necessary for your physical survival. Fortunately, via your fifth consciousness and perceptions you are finding ways to transmute many 3D actions that feel like trudging through mud. Of course, there are other tasks that you must continue for as long as you are wearing your earth vessel. The calm before the storm allows you the illusion of time to prepare. But what do I prepare for? We hear you all asking. You are preparing for the truth. Lies resonate to the frequency of the third and lower fourth dimensions. Once your consciousness, as well as your perceptions, expands into the fifth dimension you can easily see these illusions desperately trying to camouflage the truth. Therefore, we ask you, dearest awakened ones, please send unconditional love and violet fire into the illusion. In this manner, you will simultaneously love free and transmute the illusion so that only the truth will remain. In fact, the storm is actually the winds of change that are blowing away illusion. Remaining in daily connection with higher dimensional expressions of your multidimensional self will greatly assist you to take full advantage of this calm before the storm. From your third dimensional perspective, it is difficult to see how much change you were able to create with your ongoing belief in your dream and your goal. Yes, so many of you have had dreams, imaginations, meditations, higher dimensional experiences and memories of the you that you have always been. Words like ascension, Gaia, Arcturians, Pleiadians, Galactics, Archangel Michael and Street Germain, are often spoken and read in your now. Long-held secrets are being released, and the truth is increasingly shining out through the dimming illusion. You, dear humans of Earth, are preparing for a storm of transmutation. We call it a storm, as many will experience the incoming onslaught of truth as a hurricane, a tornado, a storm of the unknown invading their comfortable lives. Therefore, dear volunteers to Earth, we depend on you to give the newly awakening ones the kind support, loving understanding they will need to shelter them from the storm of information and perceptions that are far beyond their ability to grasp. Some of them will become frightened. Please give them love. Some of them will become angry. Please give them information. Some of them will become violent. Please send them unconditional love and violet fire. Some of them will want to hide in what they have always known. Please give them patience. We remind you, our emissaries to ascending Earth, to remain in constant contact with your multidimensional self. We ask you to go into meditation to better remember other incarnations in which you assisted others in a time of great transition. You, the members of our galactic family, are beginning to remember more and more of your higher dimensional realities. In the midst of this remembering you can become confused as to which life is the real life. We tell you that all your lives are real. All your past, present, future, parallel and alternate realities are all real. In fact, they are all occurring within simultaneously within the now of the One. Remember to visit the One. Remember to live in the now. Remember your mission and the skills that you have collected over myriad lifetimes, so that you can fulfill that mission in this now. Each day, more of you are remembering your past lives, your visits to Fairy, your life on your starship and the feeling of camaraderie with all life. Each minute and fading into the now and the now is collapsing into each minute. Time is a third-dimensional illusion. As you remember that fact, you can release your need to hurry up and ascend. Instead, you can spend your remaining time unconditionally loving the very third dimension you have spent your life wanting to leave. Take a moment of the now to say, I am my multidimensional self. When you are walking through your daily life, take a moment of the now to say, I am here now to serve Gaia and all her life forms. While sitting in traffic, waiting in line, paying your bills, etc., take a moment to say, I am the calm before the storm. To be the master of the storm, be the calm before the storm. the Arcturians and your galactic family.